January 26, 1945, 2 p.m. Holtzwihr, France. The Colmar Pocket. A frozen hell of snow-covered fields, shattered woods, and fog so thick it swallows sound. Second Lieutenant Audie Leon Murphy, 19 years old, 5'5", barely 120 pounds soaking wet, stands in the command post of Company B, 15th Infantry Regiment, 3rd Infantry Division. His men are down to skeletons, exhausted, frostbitten, many wounded or sick. The line is thin, the Germans are coming, and everyone knows it. The Vosges Mountains have been a meat grinder for months. The Allies are squeezing the last major German salient west of the Rhine, but the enemy refuses to break. Hitler's orders are clear: hold or die. At 2 p.m., the counterattack hits like a freight train. 6 German tanks rumble out of the mist, Panzer IVs and Panthers, their engines growling through the snow. Behind them, 2 reinforced companies, 250 infantrymen at least, fan out in assault formation, supported by mortars and machine guns. The ground shakes as shells scream in. American positions disintegrate. Murphy's company is caught exposed. An M10 tank destroyer, their only heavy weapon nearby, takes a direct hit from a Panther's 75mm. The vehicle erupts in flames, black smoke boiling into the sky. The crew bails out, screaming. Murphy orders his men to fall back to better cover, to prepared fallback positions in the woods. They obey, limping through the drifts, dragging wounded. But Murphy stays. Someone has to call in artillery. Someone has to buy time. He grabs his field phone, hunkers behind the smoldering M10, and starts directing fire. Coordinates crackle over the line. Howitzers miles away roar in response. Shells plow into the German advance, throwing snow and steel. But the enemy keeps coming. Infantry creeps closer through ditches, using the burning tank as cover. Bullets snap past Murphy's head. A German machine gun chatters, stitching the ground around him. His carbine barks back, dropping 2 shadows in the fog. The radio dies. Ammo for the carbine runs low. The Germans are within 50 yards now, bayonets fixed, voices shouting in the mist. Murphy looks at the burning M10. The .50 caliber Browning is still mounted on the turret, barrel hot, ammo belt half full. The heat from the fire scorches his face. The metal glows red. Climbing aboard means standing exposed, silhouetted against flames, a perfect target. No sane man would do it. Murphy climbs. He hauls himself up, boots slipping on burning steel, and swings into the gunner's seat. The heat blisters his legs through his trousers. Smoke chokes his lungs. He grips the spade grips, swings the heavy barrel toward the advancing Germans, and opens fire. The .50 cal roars like judgment. Tracers streak red through the fog. Germans drop in heaps, 5, 10, 20. The heavy rounds punch through snowbanks, rip through greatcoats, shatter rifles. A tank swings its turret toward him. The cannon booms. The shell screams past, close enough to rock the M10. Murphy traverses, rakes the infantry supporting the tank. Another burst, more bodies. The Germans hesitate, confused. An American lieutenant on a burning vehicle, alone, refusing to die. A bullet tears into his thigh. Blood pours hot down his leg. Pain explodes white behind his eyes. He keeps firing. Another tank lumbers forward. He walks the burst across its turret, forcing the commander to button up. Mortar rounds burst nearby, shrapnel pinging off the armor. The flames lick higher. His uniform smolders. Still, he fires. For nearly an hour he holds them. 50 Germans dead or wounded in the snow. The assault stalls, then breaks. The tanks reverse, engines whining. The infantry pulls back, dragging their wounded. Murphy finally runs dry. He drops from the turret, limps through the smoke, leg trailing blood, and rejoins his men in the woods. They aren't done. Ignoring the wound, he rallies them. We're going back. They counterattack, driving the Germans from the field, reclaiming the line. Company B holds. The breakthrough fails. Hundreds of Americans live because one kid wouldn't quit. The aftermath is quiet. Medics bandage his leg. Murphy refuses evacuation until the position is secure. The story spreads through the regiment, the division, the army. A 19-year-old Texan, smallest man in the unit, turns a burning wreck into a fortress and stops a battalion. Audie Leon Murphy was born June 20th, 1925, Kingston, Texas. Cotton fields, dirt roads, a shotgun shack. His father abandoned the family when Audie was young. His mother died when he was 16. He dropped out of school in 5th grade to hunt and work, feeding his brothers and sisters. Skinny, underfed, turned down by the Marines and paratroopers for being too small. The Army took him anyway. He shipped to North Africa in 1943, fought across Sicily, up Italy, into France. By 19, he was a legend in the making. Distinguished Service Cross, 2 Silver Stars, 2 Bronze Stars, 3 Purple Hearts already. But Holtzwihr was different. That was the day he became immortal. June 2nd, 1945, near Salzburg, Austria. Lieutenant General Alexander Patch pins the Medal of Honor around his neck. The citation reads, "Murphy's indomitable courage and his refusal to give an inch of ground saved his company from possible encirclement and destruction." He ends the war with every combat decoration the Army can give, 32 in all, the most decorated American soldier of World War II. Hollywood calls. He becomes a movie star, plays himself into Hell and Back, the highest-grossing war film for decades. But the nightmares never leave. He sleeps with a pistol under his pillow. The war stays inside him. May 28, 1971, near Roanoke, Virginia. Audie Murphy's private plane crashes into Brushy Mountain in heavy rain. He's 45. They bury him at Arlington, Section 46, Grave 46, 366. He asked for a plain headstone, no gold leaf, just like any soldier. What Audie Murphy's story tells us is simple. Heroes don't come in big packages. They come from cotton fields and empty stomachs.
They come when the odds are impossible, when the fire is burning under your feet, when a bullet is in your leg and the enemy is closing. Courage isn't size, it isn't training. It's what happens when your friends are dying and you decide the only way out is through. President Truman never said it about Murphy, but he could have. I would rather have this medal than be president. Because in that frozen field in France, a kid from Texas stood on fire and said no, and the Germans listened.